Sorry, I had to restart there. I had some technical issues and something I had to deal with real quickly. So I lost the 2 comments I had on the original post, but the 2 suggestions I had so far were from Larry Matty of IG11 and from Brett Okamura for Ahsoka Tano. I've already done an Ahsoka Tano sketch just to get kind of warmed up. And we'll see where we go from there. I have Star Wars music playing in my ear to try and keep me in the mood. And you're welcome to comment or request a Star Wars character. Or if you're a Star Wars artist or a fan and you want to come in and draw yourself, let me know and I can send you the link to join me. Okay. I'll bring up my reference for IG11. IG11, where is he? Here we go. Okay. So say hello if you're watching and let me know you're alive. Talk Star Wars with me. I'm just trying to find a reference for IG11. Gonna need them without the bandolier though. Let's see. Yeah, that's more like it. I think. Back. Okay. So the head is a cone and then a cylinder. Yeah, I don't think I've ever drawn IG11, so I'm trying to just get suitable reference here. And I want the pose to be something like this. I want the kind of the gun, my head, just a tough, long, rough head. Kind of pauldron kind of look that he has. Figure out how to put the joints in there. Body is basically a box sitting on a cylinder. And somehow he has a full range of motion, so I can kind of figure out where the hand is. Let's see. So down here he's got like a series of piston kind of looking things tied together. And from the pauldron's cut in. And the chest piece. And that pattern runs throughout the chest. 4 divisions. Okay. 4 divisions. And again, I can't draw, can't do this completely accurate because it's kind of a sketch. But we kind of get there, I hope. Always interesting when you have a character you never drawn before, so you don't know the landmarks on the body, where everything's going to fall. how this jointing system works on them, because those look pretty rigid. So it looks like everything is parallel. And then somewhere along this cylinder, this is where his arm sticks out. Hey, Jamie. How you doing? I'm trying to figure out IG-11's anatomy a bit. I think there's got to be a cutout here for the cylinder to stick out. So this rotates around the shoulder, and then there's some kind of socket for the upper arm that pivots within that. I'm okay, Jamie. Just I've never drawn IG-11 before, so trying to get the the parts down, and I'm not sure if it's working. So I have a vision where I want him kind of clutching the child to his chest area, even though he doesn't really have a chest per se. Swaddling. Thankfully, I'm just doing sketchy stuff. Oh yeah, May the 4th today. Yes, not a Star Wars fan. Well, it's okay. I'm not an Uber fan. You like it though. But it's May the 4th, so figured gives me a reason to do some sketching. Okay, so the head, it says an inverted cone for the lower half. Some vent holes where you can see an interior area. And it squeezes in and comes back out. And then it becomes a cylinder. A little extra cylinder sticking out. And some lights. And then there's a cone on top. And then it looks like a kind of a siphon or something. No, not a siphon. It's, what do you call that? No, it just doesn't sound like I kind of know what people are talking about. Yeah, I get that. Like I said, I'm not an Uber fan, but I like it well enough. I'm not one of those guys that reads all the comics, although I have listened to some of the audiobooks. I like the audiobooks because they put a lot of production value into them. It's like listening to an old-time radio show. I got to find a different reference. I can see what his hands look like. Let's see. What page am I on? Not a siphon. They kind of filter things when you fill your oil. Like my old brain isn't wanting to fire right today. A funnel. That's what I'm thinking of. A funnel. Yep. Jamie, do you want to jump in and join me so we can actually just talk? Or your kids keeping you busy? Okay, so the hands are simple enough. One, two, just kind of jointed. Yeah, I can bake it. So we'll do that. Can't tell if he's got 3 fingers or 4. Looks like 3 and an opposable thumb finger. All right, let me see. I guess that's kind of enough. And then the one holding this one would be finger, 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 thumb, trigger, handle, handle. All right, let's see how the kids are doing. Yeah, I'm going to fake it with that. It's just in sketch mode today, so it's okay if it's not perfect. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, shoot. Okay. Should have put the swaddling in there before I forgot. Gonna have to do some whiteout. What happens when you're not paying attention, folks? Hint of a baby. Hint of the baby, the child. Let's see. So you slope in. Go into the chest piece. All right, whoever's watching, say hello. Let me know you're live. I'm on IG-11 right now. Keeping things kind of sketchy today, just to see how many I can get through in a few hours or whatever, however long I end up staying on. I'm just making up the gun, so don't try and check the gun. It's not going to be an actual Star Wars gun. My angle's messed up. All right, IG-11 sketch. Hey, Byron. Go ahead and ink up this Ahsoka Tano that I sketched out earlier, just warming up. Byron, if you want to come in and draw with me, you're welcome to. I'll give you the link if you want. If not, that's fine. Not everybody's comfortable in the stream. I get it. I'm really not either, but it's the way I get social company these days. Hang out with people online. Byron, is there any Star Wars character you'd like to see sketched out? So hard talking to yourself. I don't know if people are are paying attention or they hop in and hop out. Let's see. Interesting. She has armor, so you can't really tell her breasts are. Byron says he's working from home. All right. Me too today. So this my at-home today instead of in the office day. Logged in earlier, checked email, called my coworker, make sure there's nothing pressing that I need to be aware of. How does working for home work for you, Byron? BB-8. Okay, I'll tackle BB-8 next. I gotta pull up some reference to kind of make sure I got the markings kind of correct. I mean, I know he's basically a ball, so that makes it easier. I've only drawn Ahsoka Tano once before, so I had to look up her costume too. I've drawn Shakti, which is another the same species, so kind of familiar with that stuff, but it's okay. I have no idea what the day is either. No, I'm pretty good with the days because I'm working day on, day off. So this is my 2-day work week, and so that helps me remember what days it is. I got to remember to look up so I can see the chat, so I can actually talk to you guys. So Katana reference, yeah. What some designs on her. Hey Jeff. Right. So these things have like almost tribal patterns in them. So you could easily do a Hawaiianized version of Ahsoka because you could put like tribal markings. Because these almost look like the wooden blades anyway. You know, put some shark's teeth on the side, put some tribal markings down it like they're engraved in. You can make a Hawaiian style Ahsoka pretty easily. Jeff, it's not too bad. I mean, just been doing a lot of streaming. This is how I get my social interaction with people outside of work. Aloha print, try it. Oh, I'm not trying to make a Hawaiianized version. I was just thinking maybe on a future project because this would like lend itself really well to being Hawaiianized. You know, put the shark's teeth on there for the blade, like she's wearing blades instead of whatever this armor skirting is. I think it would work. But I'm just kind of in sketch mode today. But since it's May the 4th, I figured we'll do Star Wars sketches. If one of you artists want to jump in and draw Star Wars stuff with me, or you're welcome to, just let me know. I'll send you the link so you can jump in and draw Star Wars with me. Or at least talk to me about Star Wars. Yeah, I'm not going to get these markings exactly right. I'm just trying to get the kind of look in there. I have Star Wars music playing in my ear, trying to keep me in the mood. Come on, guys, talk to me. Keep me company. Who's your favorite Star Wars character? How about that? And why? So that, okay. Let's see. I kind of wanted to have like smoke at her feet. We'll just do the hint of stuff down there. So I got to remember to go up. I think this is like where's my lower limit here? Right about where that's at. Sorry, I was drawing too low, guys. Why don't you say something? Let me see. I can adjust this more comfortable where I'm at on the table. Yeah, that's probably better. Anybody still watching? You guys are not saying anything. Give me something to talk about. What do you guys want to talk about? One thing I'm noticing is like her blades are almost curved, kind of almost like a samurai sword. Byron, I actually like the Rey character. I like her strength in challenging Luke. I wish they would have more with her. I absolutely agree with you. I think Daisy Ridley created a beautiful character. It's a shame they're not going to do more with it. So, I don't know. And Daisy Ridley's got some undeniable charisma, you know. I wouldn't mind seeing more of Poe either. I'm not one of those. Even though I'm Asian, I'm not one of those guys that got kind of butthurt when they didn't use more of Rose Tico, because to me she was a bit character in the first place. So the fact that she didn't get more screen time in the Rise of Skywalker didn't really bother me that much. I mean, you know, it was nice to have Asians in Star Wars finally. Still weird when you think about people getting, you know, upset about like female characters and Asian characters, and come on. It's one thing I got kind of tired of listening to Star Wars fandom, so I tuned out of a lot of a lot of the chat after things got ugly. It's like, yeah, it's a movie, it's a fictional universe, you know. You want to have polite discussion, that's one thing, but if you're Going to have vitriolic, hate fest, and what's the point? Let's see. We'll just. I think it's just you and me, Byron. You sure you don't want to come in? All right. All right, so there's Shock T. Yeah, I did like the last series. Here's the thing with the Star Wars movies in general, especially as I get older. I have to turn off my adult logic brain because a lot of stuff just doesn't make sense. But if you watch it with your 14-year-old brain, they're really fun movies still. Hold on, Byron. Let's see. I'll go to Facebook here. I don't have Facebook open anymore. What's up with that? Thought I did. I'll just post it here. We'll see if probably nobody else will come in anyway. There you go, Byron. That's the link to the StreamYard session I'm in. If anybody else joins, we'll kick them out if I have to, but I don't think it'll be a problem. Let's see. I got to find some BB-8 reference. BB-8. Now, the problem for me for BB-8, though, is even though he's got, the semblance of limbs that he can make that thumbs up with his lighter, there's not a lot of stuff to make for gesturing. I'm not sure what to do with them hands while, what to have them doing. 1 second there. Stuff to make for gesturing. Okay. Hey, Byron, can you kill the volume on your stream?
Yes.
Just so I don't get that 30-second playback. Not sure what to do with them hands while, what to have them doing. 1 second there. Right. Stuff to make for gesturing. Okay. Hey, Byron, can you kill the volume on your stream?
Yes.
Just so I don't get that.
Here, did that work?
Yep. It just takes full, there's a 30-second delay, so I have to wait to catch up to where you killed it.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn the music down in my ear real quick. Hold on just a second. So I do have music playing in my ear.
I'm old too, so it's a technology thing.
Yeah, it's a lot to juggle. There we go. I just turned it down. I'm not killing it. because if no one's talking to me, it's nice to have something in my ears just to, you know, stuff I figured out as I do this. All right. Well, how do you feel, Byron?
Good. It's good to see you, sort of live-ish.
Sort of, yeah. Well, it's the best we can do these days, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It's a BB-8.
Maybe BB-8 doing something like.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to like. You can't really make them emote in a still drawing, you know. Yeah. Let's see. It's Hawaii. How about surfing? I'll put them on a surfboard. Let's see how that looks.
That sounds good.
All right.
I know John's probably already done the BB-8 snow cone, so.
I'm sure he has. We'll do an extreme close up. So let's see. Imagine that's the surfboard. That's the leading edge. And then let's see. Hint the waves coming underneath. And then how would he stay on the surfboard?
Doesn't he always have those, I don't know, those arms that shoot out of him?
Yeah, I think I'll have to have some kind of something to show like stabilization, right? Let me add that to my image search. BB-8 and I'll add arms.
Then again, BB-8's all about the balance. Kind of just floats around on things.
Yeah.
It's been good to watch you on the live artist
the interviews, right?
series.
Yeah. Are you going to do one? I can get you in there.
I don't know. I don't consider myself an artist. I'm more of a designer, I guess.
It's okay. It's just meeting members of the group is kind of what it's about, you know?
That is the thing that I've enjoyed the most about it.
Yeah. Okay, so the arms shoot out of the center circles. So figure that out. That helps me figure out where to place stuff. So let's say we want a circle this way for the body and another one there. So that way I can have like an appendage, maybe holding on to the edge of the board. Like that. And then we'll float the head up here somewhere. Actually, let's see, design-wise, kind of keep some kind of. If I do it straight up, it doesn't look very good. Put them out to the side. That's better. Extreme close up. All right. So 4 pieces on the center. Maybe try and imagine where they would be on the body, like that.
Have you always been comfortable behind the camera speaking? Or is this something that you're sort of developing as the more you do these things?
I'm not comfortable on a camera at all, but I just do it. So
that's sort of been the theme, right, for most of the artists who have talked about their work. It's just got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a matter of comfort. And I'm not. I don't have a problem with public speaking because, 22 years of military service, I've shouted at lots of young sailors, so I'm not afraid to get up in front of people and make noise. It's just there is some comfort in doing art because, at least I can talk a little bit about something I know. I've done instructor things in the military where topics I'm not really a subject matter expert on, but I was trained to do it. So
it was good to see your work, some of your work pieces too.
Yeah, I don't get to do too many artistic stuff at work, but every now and then. Let's see. Okay. He's got one of those the appendages or whatever they need to be kind of things going on, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I have the wave covering that leading edge of the board.
Does BB-8 have enough digits to do a shaka?
Well, like I said, if you like the one scene where he's like shorting out the inside of the aircraft, he can it seems like he can have as many digits as he needs for whatever. Kind of like plot armor. He can do whatever he needs to. Like, I don't know if you can see this reference. You see how big is my monitor in the stream? Not very, right? Yeah. I can switch over to the main layout. Moving pieces.
Well, hello, fellow collectors, guys and girls from around the world. It's the Commander 35 back here again, and I hope you all doing well today. Coming at you here with another Star Wars collectibles related news video. And today we got a handful of images here of upcoming Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch figures, courtesy of Jedi Temple Archives for getting these images to us. The first one we have here.
Okay, that's an audio. Okay, so you can see like here in the video. Oops, there we go. I had it. Where did the BB-8 can go now? So you see, he can have as many appendages as you need.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I just like bifurcated the thing here where the thumb would be to give it extra stabilization. But yeah, they kind of just make them whatever you need to be. It's just that tab. Yeah. Okay. All right.
What kind of lights are you using over there?
They're Black & Deckers.
Oh, really?
They're LEDs. I don't know here. I can.
Okay, they're not clamped on or anything. They just.
No, there's like a foot pad on the bottom, which I just like lock onto the edge of my desk. Since the desk is slanted, it's gravity working for me. They have 2 brightness settings if I just hold the button down. And that way I can slide them around as I need them. And the puka there makes a nice place to put my erasers. And yeah, BB-8 going for that dramatic angle. I figured, can you figure out what's going on here before I explain it?
Let's see. I can only see you right now, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. See this? Because in order to see my reference and the chat at the same time, I have 2 instances of Chrome open, and one overlaid, so the chat from StreamYard is showing on my right. And then, okay, go back to split screen. There we go. So for Jamie and Nobu watching, Jamie, try and figure out what you're looking at. What is BB-8 doing? She just came back and checking on her kids. So I'm kind of taking them to Hawaii. All right, so the head. So like R2, the main head, the thing that indicates the face is the big lens in the head, right? Bigger lens. Bigger lens. And then a row of weird orange markings along the bottom. And another series of orange bands that connects to that. And then up here, it's like a silver area. Starting to look at BB-8. Let's see. And I think maybe we'll throw a lay on them just to really go Hawaii. So let's see. We'll center line for the lay like that. Maybe flaring up at the end. Put some random flowers on there. Okay. And see. Maybe we can indicate like a backhand with a shaka. Because I got to use the two front ones to hold on to the board. Yeah. So what have you been working on lately, Byron?
Just work. I'm actually doing a children's book, which has been kind of fun, but I'm getting close to the deadline, so things are starting to pressure out over here.
All right.
It's been fun though. I haven't drawn this much in a while, so.
So what's the topic for this children's book?
It's actually a math children's book, so there's a little bit of behind the scenes math content going on.
What's the local publisher you work for? It's not Bamboo Ridge, right?
Bamboo Ridge. It's the company that John does a lot of work with, right?
What's the name of that company? I can't remember.
We self-publish our work, so this will be coming from where I work at the university.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm trying to remember some of the other. There's Best Press. I know Best Press. University has its own kind of publishing thing. Right?
Yeah. What is the university's one? I think it's University Press.
Yeah. And that's who you'd be working through as University Press, or?
I'm not sure. We self-publish most of our materials, but I did hear that we might be using UH Press in the future, mostly for their they have a bigger reach, a bigger audience.
Okay.
But yeah, cool. It's a story about this girl and her imaginary rabbit and their adventures in math. So.
And you watched the interview with Phil yesterday, right?
Yes, that was hilarious.
Yeah. You work with Phil. Have you done anything with Wally Amos? Like I know he does the Hawaii Book and Music Festivals. He's real big on the literacy stuff.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Good morning, Sonny. Sonny Pasquale. Nobu and Jamie are watching, or at least they were. I have Byron in with me to keep me company. So it's a math children's book, is it?
Yep.
Does it make math fun?
Sure. It doesn't have surprisingly it doesn't have a lot of math in it, but it's just math concepts. So I think it's not overtly numbers and things like that.
All right. You didn't say that with much conviction there.
Yeah.
And when do you have to have that done?
Today.
And you're on here with me?
Yeah.
All right.
I've been listening to your interviews, and I've missed most of the live ones, and I've been sad about that. So I saw that you were on, so I decided to hop on while I was working.
Oh, well, that's cool. You get to catch up. It's been a while since I talked to you.
Yeah, I think the last jam was probably last year, maybe not. Yeah, sometime last year, maybe.
Yeah. So for those that kind of coming in, Nobu, Sonny, if you have ideas for Star Wars characters, I got this was for Brett, Shock, Ahsoka, and then Larry Maddie wanted IG-11, so there's an IG-11 sketch. Byron suggested BB-8, so now I'm doing BB-8. And since we're both from Hawaii or in Hawaii, I figured I'd give it a little Hawaiian flavor. And see, that's the hard part about streaming is like talking to people that aren't talking back.
You're just by yourself, right? It's
yeah. I mean, you have the chat if they're active, but even if they're not if they're not chatting, you're still kind of compelled to say something just to keep people engaged. Because I've gone into streams where the artist isn't talking and just watching, and it's interesting to watch, but it gets kind of boring after a while. It's like, hey, say something. Let me know give us a thought process or something. Just something to keep the viewers engaged.
In radio, isn't that like dead air or something like that?
Yeah, I guess it would be dead air. Darth is saying Darth Maul. Okay, I'm gonna do Darth Maul after this. I can handle that. He's got little random panels everywhere. These things kind of radiate. Thankfully, I'm in sketch mode, so if it's not perfect, I'm not gonna sweat too much.
No, it's looking good.
As long as you can tell who the character's supposed to be.
Yep.
Like little rivet holes everywhere, and panels, and screw holes, and orange bands that connect to the eye area. And sometimes I do this when I'm just drawing for myself too. I just talk to myself to keep on track for what I'm supposed to be drawing.
See, if I were John, I would have asked for like something, BB skate or something like that.
BB skate? Some kind of pun?
Yeah, some kind of pun.
Yeah. Well, I can't say much because I do pretty bad puns myself, so I can't talk smack about that.
I like the puns. So are you going to be at the Kauai Honolulu Con this year? If they ever...
If they in fact go off this year, yes. I'm still not convinced that the August convention is going to happen, but we'll see.
It's in August.
Yeah, the combined Kauai Con, Comic Con, Honolulu. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be cutting it close, I think.
I mean, I suppose it could, but we'll see. Looks like the doors open up either way, so we can.
There does seem to be a rush to open things up.
It does. You're right. But if they reopen and then you get an immediate flare up of cases, because I mean the cases are leveling off in some places, but it's still spiking in other areas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's spiking some of the areas they want to reopen now. That's the thing that I don't get. It's like I could get some of the slower areas saying, hey, let's try it. But if you're at your peak, why not just, hold off for a bit?
Especially for things like a convention where people would be coming in from out of state, and that might be the part that they have to hold off on. We'll see.
I still gonna try and do an online convention, but I don't know. It's gonna be a headache.
I can't imagine how that would work. Like having you can't do the artist alley.
Well, the way I'm envisioning it right now is like a static marketplace, right? So you would have the artists have their respective posts, and then you have kind of a table of contents or like who's there kind of thing, so that people can click through, and then you have it categorized so people can find, like, say you're looking for comics, you click on the link, it says comics, and it takes you to the artists that are selling comics. So the list of artists selling that, or people selling shirts or toys or whatever, and you just have those categorized so people can find what they're looking for. And then the people have asked for programming. The programming is the easy part. That's we can do live streams and stuff. Just have to find people willing to do it.
You could still do the improv, probably.
Yeah, we're planning on that. I know John and I are already ready to do it. We got to do a test run though to see how we want to do the drawing part. Because, like, if we do StreamYard like I'm using now, I can only have I can have 6 people on one screen, or I can have 6 people, but I can only ever have one screen at any given time in the stream. So that kind of cuts down the options on that. Yeah, Sonny, we don't want a second wave, but I'm afraid I would love to be wrong in these things. People think, because I tend to be on the liberal side, that we don't want to reopen, and that's the farthest thing from the truth. I want to be open too, but I want to be safe more than I want to be open. So if we can do it safely, that's one thing, but I don't think we have the logistical stuffs in place to do it safely. We don't have extensive testing yet, and we don't have contract tracing, and well, anyway, I just don't think we're there yet. But I'm not in charge. And for those places that do open up, like I said, I hope they prove me wrong and they can say, "Screw you, we told you so." Can't say I'm optimistic about their odds. All right, Byron, does that look like BB-8 on a surfboard?
It looks awesome.
All right. Darth Maul. Okay. Howdy, Jason from Hilo. And Serial Heroes. Hey, I actually have somebody watching on YouTube. It's probably a bot, but Now, Serial Hero says hello. Danny Ovale, do you draw Star Wars stuff, Danny? Danny wants to know if he can participate.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm waiting to see if he answers me though. Look, it's that 30-second delay thing kind of throws things off sometimes. All right, let me get to a point where I can send you the link, Danny. So don't do that. Let's see Hot Toys anymore. Facebook. He says he can try. All right. Danny says Sonny says he's hoping to be inspired to pick up his airbrush again and stream with everyone. Yeah, you'll have. I don't know if you watch any of Devin Oishi's streams, but you'll have to do like him and like set the camera pretty far back so you can see what's going on. But like Devin's been live streaming his paintings. Did any of you guys catch that?
I haven't.
Yeah, he's like doing his neighborhood. So like at the bottom of the paintings, you'll see it's a 2-piece painting. He's painting his neighborhood, and then he got a picture of the Milky Way that he's painting in the sky behind him.
Oh, I'm gonna go check that out.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Comments. Oh hell! I'll just put it in the stream. If anybody else jumps in, when they jump in, here we go. All right, Danny. There's the link. anybody gets too rowdy, I'll just boot them out. The one thing I will tell you, so it's in the chat, and let's see, Dark Maul. We have some reference. I've drawn Dark Maul a couple times, but I can still never quite remember the tattoo patterns.
Michael, have you watched the Clone Wars?
The newest one? No.
Yeah, I guess
watched-
I need to watch it because apparently Darth Maul was alive, so I missed all that.
Oh yeah, Dark Maul. Yeah, Dark Maul's been alive. All right, Danny, welcome to the stream. Is that Ovalle or Vali? He's still setting up, I think. All right, Danny, can you hear me? If you're talking, Danny, I can't hear you. Danny 15 from Haverhill, Massachusetts.
Wow.
In MA's Mass, right? Massachusetts. I'm looking at the name he's going by. Danny 15 from Haverhill, Mass. I still don't have any sound on you, Danny. All right. Anyway, let's see. Dark Maul. I was looking at Dark Maul. So we can see you though, Danny. So we've got that much. Hopefully you can get your mic working. Dark Maul. All right. Dark Maul. I think I want to kind of do just a face shot because that's the coolest part about Darth, right? Is his face. Put a hood on him. I guess I can hear Danny. It's just really faint. So I can hear him. I can hear the eraser. And he hopped out.
Something happened there.
Sonny, that's in reference to Darth Maul's face being the cool part about him? Or was that for something else?
It is technical difficulties.
It's okay. You tried. Points for effort. I hope you don't mind me asking, but are you willing to ship these outside of the continental U.S. if payment is made? I'm not really drawing for money today, Serial Heroes. If you want to contact me offline, we can talk about it. But yeah, international shipping gets expensive really quick. So I'd have to factor that into whatever the price would be.
I wonder how they knew about your stream.
Well, like I said, I picked up people that are just kind of wandering around. You know, it's like the YouTube rabbit hole. So Serial Heroes is watching on YouTube. So I'm simulcasting to Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
That's cool. You're international.
And to the continental U.S. Yeah, I can ship to the continental U.S. Serial Heroes. That's fine. But I do factor in whatever the the shipping cost is, but it's usually like maybe $5 to $7 for shipping to the mainland. So that's not so bad, but international shipping can get ugly really quick. You ever shipped anything internationally, Byron?
Yeah.
You ever shipped anything internationally?
Oh yeah. It's a pain.
It is. So I learned about this the hard way. Remember when Dave Thorne's ceremony went down during his funeral? They made that comic book for him.
Oh right.
And I was the one that shipped those out to the people that couldn't make it, like shipping stuff to Mexico and China, and
Oh no.
because Dave was internationally known, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, that was
I know, for something even that small, right?
yeah, it's like and then the other thing is, because other countries' mail systems aren't super trustworthy. some countries' mail systems aren't super trustworthy, so anything coming from the U.S., you run the risk of it being torn into, you know.
Yeah. And it was probably already too expensive to even add insurance onto it or anything like that, right?
Well, you can't if you're using the regular mail system.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Because I checked with that, because once it gets within the other country's mail system, the insurance doesn't cover. You know, they'll cover the systems they have control over, but once it gets to another mail system, it's not under their control anymore, so they're not going to insure it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cereal heroes. I know this is weird, but would you consider drawing Greedo or Admiral Akbar eating cereal, digging in a cereal box for a prize on a cereal box? Sure, that's kind of outside the scope of the stream because I'm just kind of doing sketching today, but I could certainly do that. I think my contact information is in the YouTube. If you want to like message me or email me, we can talk about that. Because that's something I'd want to, you know, get a little properly drawn. The sketching, I'm just, you can see it. I'm doing very loose stuff right now. You know, just staying in the mood. All right, so that's the general face I want, I think. Let's look at the markings. And Serial Heroes, where are you at in the mainland? What part? Surprised somebody actually found me on YouTube. Like I said, I'm trying to get my YouTube numbers up in the Southeast, so that I can monetize YouTube for chat and stuff. But it takes a few thousand hours, I think, and so many hours of content. So,
Oh, you're getting there.
well, the views, you have to get the views up. That's the problem. So, I mean, I can do the content part easily, and that's just, you know, if I just do random streams and stuff. But if people aren't watching them, it doesn't do me any good, you know. But I don't know. It's like I'm not going to ever make a living doing this stuff, but
As long as you enjoy it.
yeah. Thankfully, I have a day job to keep my bills paid, you know.
That's what I always say.
See, Serial here is saying they don't make it easy. Twitch has a good art community, but YouTube makes it a little tricky to find live streaming. Yeah, I'm not on Twitch. I have a friend that's on Twitch though, Ri Kishimoto Humaka78 on Twitch. Yeah, I don't know how he does it. Let's see. The lips are, the nose pattern goes down in the philtrum, and then he's got triangles above the lips. You'll notice when I use reference, I'm not drawing what I'm seeing. I use reference mainly to get the costuming or patterns, somewhat correct. But I'll draw the pose myself generally, or I'll use a pose from something else and then wrap a different costume onto it. So I'm not against reference. Any artist that tells you they're against reference, I think they might be smoking something. But how you use reference can vary. Like there are artists that copy exactly what they see. That doesn't seem very stimulating to me. So I've never been that kind of reference guy. Although, like you watch those guys that do the hyper real art, where it looks like a photograph, and it's amazing technical ability. But God, it just doesn't look like it'd be much fun.
Yeah.
Amazing technical ability of those guys that do that hyper real art. I don't know.
I really
maybe,
like.
Maybe it looks fun, but it just doesn't look it.
Yeah. Did you like the works of like Boris Vallejo and some of those other ones that were sort of in that sort of fantasy, but also real, hyper real ish?
Yeah, I mean, I did, but he did the paintings he copied, or the posing he copied pretty slavishly for the lighting and musculature. But then he put them in fantastic settings, and so he wasn't copying exactly what he saw. So that would seem like a more fun use of reference to me, especially considering half the women were his wife, so he's doing okay.
Right. Was it Julie Bell? Is that right?
Yeah, Julie Bell.
I wonder, I haven't seen their work in a long time. They're very popular for a while.
Well, they're not getting any younger, so I don't know. Maybe he kind of cut back. I don't know what I've got him wearing here. This hoodie's all messed up. All right, good enough, I guess. Let's throw some ink on it and darken them up. Use a brush pen. Sonny says he follows the references for pieces I'm unfamiliar with. Otherwise, just wing it. Well, I would say, I'm not necessarily winging it, but like I'll do posing practices, kind of like life drawing, but just from photos I can find. I'll draw poses just to get gestural stuff down. There's still things that I'm not real comfortable with. Like I hate drawing feet, and I think it's more of a mental block than it is an ability block. If I'm looking at a foot, I can draw it. It's just when I try to think of a foot, I have ugly feet myself, and I think that's maybe a little self-conscious thing, So. TMI for a live stream.
TMI for a live stream. I don't know. You have to show us the feet.
No, that would be way too much TMI. All right, Sonny's looking like Maul. You see Maul in there? The nice thing with Maul is like once you get to the tattoos, it's just cover it with black. Although it does take up a lot of ink, but
Did you learn inking sort of the same way that you've learned everything else, just by experimentation and observation?
Yes. I mean, I have read. I have both the Art of Comic Booking Volume 1 and 2 when there was 2 books. I think it's 1 book now. But you read about it and then you try to do it, and then you see how badly you messed up. And I'm still not what I would consider a great inker, so just kind of live with it.
Yeah, I always that's where I always get in trouble. It's the inking.
Yeah. So it's not too bad since I'm in sketch mode right now. But if I was trying to do something more polished, then I'd be a lot more careful with my line work. So if I cross a line right today, it's fine. You have other commission information posted anywhere? On my Facebook page, but I like I said, if you message, I can send you information for like sizes and specs and stuff that I'll work at. Kind of hard for me to do it right now in midstream. The guy that commented above you, Sonny, does some cool airbrush stuff. If you want some large piece work done. We need to get him to airbrush again anyway, so having a commission would maybe prompt him to do that. What's the fascination with cereal? Is there cereal heroes? Even the commission he's looking for is cereal related. No, you're not being a pain, serial heroes. It's just like you said, it's hard for me to even typing a message in the stream is hard, let alone trying to have a discussion about commission rates and stuff like that. So, I mean, I appreciate you even asking. It's not a lot of commission work going on right now, and that's understandable. It's like finances are tough for a lot of people. I'm fortunate to have a regular job, but I don't know. Sonny says, one of these days I'll pick up the guns again. He's talking about the airbrush. You need to do it sooner rather than later, Sonny. Don't let it die.
So, Michael, who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Think about that. What would it be? Why? That's the why is probably the hard part to think about. I mean, I do like Rey. I think she was a great character. So if I delve into the extended Star Wars stuff, have you read any of the novels or anything?
No, I haven't.
Because there's a Sloane, Admiral Sloane, who is an Imperial admiral. They have some stories about her. I think she'd be a fascinating character to bring to life on the screen or something. Ray Sloane, another Ray, by the way. Ray Sloane. So maybe that's probably why she'd never get to the screen, because they don't want to have confusion with another Ray.
Yeah.
But,
I kind of like how the Mandalorian is pulling, source material from other areas of their universe. It's kind of
well, you said you watched the Clone Wars, right?
no, actually, I have not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about Rebels? Did you watch that?
I saw a couple episodes of Rebels.
Because if you watch Rebels, you'll get that the Mandalorian is very much in the same vein. You can tell it's Dave Filoni's work. You can tell he's got a huge influence on the series. Not that that's a bad thing. It's very, very stark. He's got a very distinct storytelling style, and the Mandalorian feels like live action versions of stuff out of Rebels or Clone Wars.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I have Disney Plus, so it's there. I just haven't had time to take a look at it.
So he has a theme. But why cereal? I get that you want to have characters doing something out of the normal. I get that. Why'd you settle on cereal as your theme? It's curious. Let's see, I'm not gonna do a bunch of color, but gotta have at least a hint of color to show it's mall, right? Kind of like that, having the white in there just to break it up. Right, Sonny, Dark Maul. That work? All right, what next? Keep them on. I'm just doing sketches. Nothing too complicated. Yes. Well, Sonny says he got burnt out doing the airbrushing, but yeah, it's like you just got to find your passion again, Paint what you like, and then you can worry about painting stuff for other people. I think that's what gets you burnt out, is like doing project work based on trying to meet other people's specs. That can burn you out. But if you're just doing it for yourself, that should be fine. Cereal. It's pretty much what I thought of on a con floor one day. It was either that or brushing your teeth. Well, okay. Not all characters have teeth, though, so I guess we can get away with all characters digging into a cereal box for a prize or something, but you might not have teeth for all the characters. Although some of them would be fun. I could see a xenomorph brushing its teeth. The xenomorph from Alien. Darth Maul. IG-11. I think I got one or two more pieces in me before I kill the stream. I don't know. Not too bad. It's only been an hour, and I've got 4 sketches done. A little over an hour.
That's pretty good.
About an hour and a half, I guess. All right. Let's see. Yeah. I want to draw. Sonny says, have a character attacking a bowl of cereal. You make it a serial killer. Okay. I'll tell you visually, if you watch the Rebels and stuff, there's a pirate character, a space pirate. What the heck's his name? Visually, he's pretty cool. Let me see if I can find a reference of that guy. That's his name, though. Star Wars Space Pirate. Let's put that in and see what comes up. Hondo. That's not the one I was thinking of. Maybe he's another bounty hunter. That's what he is. Not a pirate. What the heck's his name? Have you seen your moments where I forget names? Well, Asajj Ventress is another cool looking character. How about that? You guys know Asajj Ventress? He was one of the dark side.
The dark side had all the cool.
Had all the cool.
Yeah.
He's very angular. Okay, Serial Hero says he sent me a message on Instagram. Okay, when I get done with the stream, I'll look for that Serial Heroes. I put my glasses around my head. All right, Asajj Ventress. Again, she's another kind of like Darth Maul. The face is the cool part, but she's very skinny and she's kind of like a witch, like a Sith witch.
A Sith witch.
Kind of like a sandwich, but less friendly.
The Sith witch. What series was
From Rebels.
Rebels? Okay.
Like really high, sharp cheekbones, almost skeletal. Really? You're welcome, Serial. Weird. Like the first Facebook comments I've had, or YouTube commenter. So. what her lightsaber looks like, though. Oh, yeah, she's got the one that's got like pistol grips almost. Almost like a cane handle. I forgot about that. Enough for a basis. Cyril says he wants to go back and read all the Star Wars novels from the 80s before the prequels. Yeah, I'm not sure which ones are canon anymore. I've lost track. Lucasfilms and Disney just kind of making up the rules as they go along, I think. Sonny, Cyril's answering you. He said he had someone do that with Deadpool, where Deadpool was stabbing a bowl of cereal with a knife. So, serial killer.
Michael, the 5x5s that you usually sell at the conventions,
Mm-hmm.
do you just do that throughout the year, or do you work on them mainly at while you're at the convention?
Lately, more of the latter, but when I was initially building inventory, I would do them throughout the year.
I have mine up on my wall.
Which one did you get again?
I have Rom, the Watcher, and Black Bolt.
Okay. Yeah, the Black Bolt came out pretty well. I thought that.
Yeah, I like that one.
Rom's an interesting one to.
He was one of my favorite comic books, I guess, growing up. That and the Micronauts. I'm not sure if it was because of the toys or not. I am looking forward to the What If series, though.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's good.
Yeah.
That one, I'm looking forward to that one because that's where I think we'll get to see some of the characters we wouldn't normally see. Because it's non-canon, so they can bring in weirder stuff.
Right. Yeah, I hear they're doing the Marvel Zombies story or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, who knows?
Marvel Zombies and I know they're doing Peggy Carter as Captain America or Captain Britain, I guess.
Yeah, that looks like fun. I really like that series. I was sad they canceled it.
Yeah. She's another one who oozes charisma. It's like she's got that going for her. You watch Agents of Shield, Byron?
I haven't been watching, but I know you're a big fan.
Yeah.
Has it started up again?
No, the May 27th.
Oh, okay.
But the reason I bring it up is Agent Carter's supposed to show up in it this final season
Oh, nice.
because they're back in time.
Mhm. Oh, I'm gonna have to drop out of here soon.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Appreciate you hanging out.
Yeah, I'll catch you this afternoon.
Yeah, interview with who do I got today? I forget.
Is it Jessica? I think.
Jessica Sacco. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Okay.
She should be good. Animation student.
Yeah.
She's one of one of the things I like about Comic Jam. She's one of the ones I've got to watch kind of grow up because we picked her up in, I want to say, junior high, maybe even elementary, and just to watch her grow,
Mm-hmm. I've seen
Yeah.
some of her work. It's really nice.
Yeah. All right, Byron. Well, good luck with your children's book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hopefully, it'll help kids with math.
Or struggling math learners. So I will talk to you later on.
It's a worthy cause.
Yep, especially these days when their kids are out of school. So
good to catch up with you. And I let Hasman know, hey, I got to talk to Byron for a little bit.
yeah, say hello to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
Right. You too.
All right. And that was Byron Inouye. Inouye. The interesting thing about the non-canon Star Wars stuff is as they finish up their current stories, they're going to start mining the extended canon for more stuff, I think. So I think we're going to see, we'll probably see Thrawn or something in the movies. I think he's already shown up in either Rebels or Clone War. I can't remember which one. And I'd like to see Ray Sloan. See another character. I just want to put some highlights of color on her. And give her the red blade, obviously. Face is pale, but it's got like very light hints of purple in it. Let's see. Find a suitable color here for her face highlights. And then her tattoo markings are blue instead of black, like Darth Maul's. That'll work. We'll put purple on this side, and then we'll put some reflection of the red on that side to indicate the glow is bouncing off. You get a light red or pink almost for kind of bounce light. Well, hello, Sonny. Hey, Diane. When did you sneak in? I didn't even see you hop in. Is it a quiet day on streams, Diane? I think you need a really light blue also. Dark. Light blues. Pale blue, pale blue. Way too many supplies. Right, it's Byron's League. Yeah. Cyril says, I hate it. I missed the free comic book day event. And honestly, it didn't occur to me that it was the first Saturday in May. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's lost track of time. I get it. I didn't even think about it myself. My friend John was the one that he messaged me like in the morning and said, hey, you know, normally we'd be at a comic book store today. What about if we did it online? And then I'm the more tech savvy of the two of us, so it was up to me and another artist friend of mine, Reed Kishimoto, to try and figure out how to pull it off. And I don't know. I think it went okay, but you know, weird. Like I don't really have a method of monetizing online, so trying to get that PayPal donation button to work was interesting. Let's see, dark handles. Snags out. Cut under the finger. Let's do this. We'll just redefine the finger this way. There we go. So it doesn't look so weird. Hints of color, hints of color. All right. Massage ventris. Oh, the blue tattoos. All right, I think I got one more sketch left in me. What do we do next? Diane, who's your favorite Star Wars character? What I've done so far while we catch up here. Actually, well, you guys are thinking about a character. Throw some color on this one. Just a blue. Hopefully this has got ink in it. Tangle up in my cord. Twitch probably is a great way to go. It's I'm an older guy, Serial, and I just don't feel like learning another platform. So maybe down the road I'll get to it, but I'm in no hurry to learn Twitch. I like I said, I have a friend that does Twitch streams at Reed Humaka78. So he said he'd teach me, whenever I decide to make the jump, and we'll see. Just like I just recently started streaming myself. I'm going with an easy way with this StreamYard stuff. So it's kind of right now. It's more important just to get on than it is where. And I'm not, like I said, I wasn't too worried about monetizing for the stuff I'm doing. It's mainly just to keep myself occupied. And it, with everything that's going on, it's a good way to keep my mind off of some current events. Orange. Do I have orange? No. Orange for this. General Leo Organo. Okay. I'll tackle that next, Diane. And that'll be the last one probably for the stream. Just those orange bands, you immediately tell it's BBA, right? Iconic character designs. Some darker blue. Need to refill my Copics, don't I? Let's see. This set of blues. Let's see if I got a. These are fresher. I don't have to worry about these running out. Bright. Vivid blue. Yeah, the other thing I've been doing with the streaming, we have a local group of artists here in Hawaii, and something I've been wanting to do for a while was profiling the artists with people to meet them. And when the pandemic hit, I started doing interviews with some of the artists, and it seems to be being well received. If not, well, I'm doing them anyway, because again, it's kind of social time for me. I get to talk with some of the artists I haven't talked to, or even the ones that I don't know well. I get to meet them. Although I know most of the people in the group, at least somewhat. What do you think? Pink flowers? Pink flowers. It's the nice thing about sketching, you just kind of do the hints of color. You don't have to do, high details. Be sloppy with it. But it also helps when I do commissions, when you do these quick sketches, you learn things as you go, and you can take it into the more finished pieces that you do. Things that you can, especially when you're sketching a convention, speed is of essence. So any tricks you can pick up along the way to make your life easier, gonna help. Get a gray for cast shadow here. I think you just need to shadow it to set him on the board so you can. It just gives him some weight, right? So you can see that he's there. And then, let me see, where's my. Let's come in with the bright highlights. See, like going to conventions, for those of you who know Andy Lee, this is where I learned this thing. These Presto pens are just great for just dropping in quick bits of color. Andy Lee does watercolor conventions, which is, I think, is crazy, but he's really fast. But these Presto pens are great for dropping in opaque whites. The only thing is it goes on pretty thick. And if you heat them, they start to yellow. The things I've learned along the way. So don't heat them. All right. What we're doing again? Oh yeah, General Leo Organa. Okay, so let me pull up some Organa reference. You said General Organa, so I'm assuming we're going with the older Carrie Fisher look. Yes, I meant General Leo Organa. All right. Just trying to find a suitable reference that I like to do a quick sketch from. I'm only going to use a reference mainly for the face, so I can make it hopefully look like Carrie Fisher. And one thing when you're doing sketches is sometimes it's hard to nail down a look, unless you draw a person over and over. So I've got to find a reference I like though too. All right, so I got that. I like that image. Put that in a new tab so I can jump to it later. And then I want another reference for the kind of general suit, which is, let's see, just show her in the vest. I guess that is her uniform on, just a vest. Yeah, I can throw the maybe a Jedi symbol or rebellion. Make something up, I guess. Yeah, they seem to like the vest. Although she can rock a cloak pretty good. Should I give her a saber, Diane? What do you think? Just do General Organa with the saber. Yeah, I think I'll go with the cloak look. What color saber, Diane? What color saber would Leia use? Blue, green, red, purple, like Samuel L. Jackson? get just a picture. I don't need all this other stuff. There we go. So you can see I have her up on my screen. No, when I'm in the right tab, you can see that she's up on my screen. Yeah. So I've got, that's my reference photo for Leia's face. Green saber, okay. So let's see. Let's try and get this. See, all those years of drawing in public have prepped me for having people watch me draw online. So be a little less self-conscious. Hey, Alan's watching. Alan says the green saber also. Okay. Alan, you want to jump in and draw Star Wars with me? You're working. What are you doing watching me then? Alan says, I just had the live stream running and watch periodically. Okay, well, I'll try to talk more, I guess. So how about those Bears? I don't know anything about football. How about those Ewoks? Are they a team? You make an Ewok team? What city would the Ewoks play for? I think it needs to be a woodsy city. They're called Ewoks. It's a good woodsy city for the Ewoks to be from. Where are the Timberwolves from? She's got a long filtrum. Jinx. Yeah. Well, I have a 30-second delay, so I got the Ewoks before you. Carrie Fisher had some very wispy eyebrows. It's barely there. Hopefully the face is starting to come together. You can start to see Carrie in there a bit. I think this the reference photo I'm using was heavily retouched, I think. Because Carrie had more wrinkles than they're showing in the photo, I think. She was pretty strong about being real about her looks and the fact that she got older, you know. Alan, from Wikipedia, Luke Skywalker's green lightsaber, also known as Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, or Luke Skywalker's second lightsaber, was a Jedi lightsaber constructed by Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker during the Galactic Civil War. How many times can we squeeze Luke Skywalker into one sentence? It was notably wielded during the pivotal Battle of Endor. The green-bladed weapon was powered by a kyber crystal blade stabilizing ring. Kyber crystal blade stabilizing ring surrounding the blade emitter. Skywalker constructed the lightsaber shortly after he lost his fathers in the duel in Cloud City. I like the way he lost it, like he just misplaced it. Not the fact that his hand was cut off while he was holding it. I have Star Wars music playing in my ear. So Leia, well, we can make it whatever color we want, Diane. What color do you want? You said green, right? The drawing's not canon. We're just having fun. We don't need no stinking Wikipedia. All right. Can you see Leia Organa there? The features? Here. To here. Some hair coming up on this side too. Well, since Alan's doing the research, I guess she's going to capitulate to Alan. One thing with Princess Leia, no matter which version of the character, is this layered hairstyle, right? Whether it's the buns or the braids. She was all about that layering. Some crazy earrings, though. Jeez, I didn't realize that. They like most earrings are pierced through the lobe. Hers are like cupped into her ear. So like normally the lobe would be like right here. Hers actually go into the drum area, you know, into the inner ear, and then they rest in it like they're hooked on. I didn't realize it before. Yeah, keep it green. Thumbs nose at Alan. Yeah, neener. Green it is. Sorry, Alan. Your research was for naught. All right. We're going to place the saber. Vogue. I think it needs to be a little more angled. I can't believe people are still watching. Trying to figure which hand should be holding it, though. Ooh, I just had an idea. Let me see if I can execute this. Won't have any hand holding on. May have it look like she's bringing it to her with the force. What do you think? I can get this to work. You see that? Right. Need to get a lightsaber reference. Since we're making it green, try and find pictures of Luke's green lightsaber. Because that was the one that, yeah, I thought so. That's the one that had the funky, like, coil. It's the more retro style lightsaber. Okay. So we can do that. That part's still good. And there's like a large control box of some sort sitting on top of it. And then we have these series of coils up to about, I'm not going to have the exact number. Don't anybody try to fact check me on this. We want to have them kind of even though. One. Osseo lightsaber. Who said that? Diane. Okay, yeah, don't get OCD on me. No counting the coils. Say, Diane, what does this say here about the libraries and Ancestry.com? Diane, I don't know what he's referencing, but you know anything about the libraries and Ancestry.com? So we have a thin part here. And it flares out again to another disc with a small plate on the back. And then it continues again. And we have kind of a cup that holds the blade comes out. All right. Some more lead. Okay, this is kind of a complicated sketch, I think. I don't know. For the inking, it's going to be pretty loose. Don't expect super tight inks. I think the handle's actually a little on the small side, but it's going to have to do. All right, Alan, she doesn't seem to know anything about Ancestry.com. Oh, wait. If you can only access one in the library. State librarian made a call and you can access Ancestry.com from home, not just at the library. People can only access it while at the library. So I guess if you want to access Ancestry.com, as long as you have a library membership, you can get in. Interesting. All right. Let me go back to my reference photo of Leia. It's kind of, you're drawing royalty, so you don't want to mess it up too badly, right? Oh, I think my pen's dying. Need to get a new one. How about this one? This one's got ink. Okay, that one's good. The other thing with doing these live streams and where I'm like, even though I'm in sketch mode, it does keep you kind of in that convention mindset where you're taking requests and you're drawing whatever walks in the door kind of thing. Just gonna use lines for her brows because, like I said, they're so wispy. I'm sure the pupils are pretty close to the same size. All right, you guys done talking about Ancestry.com in the library? My comment section has been hijacked by Alan. Got the Cantina theme playing in my ear now. All right, you guys are pal. I'm just teasing you guys. You know I love you. Alan, can you tell me what you're working on? Or is it super secret? I'm not sure if the ink line, she kind of looks like Tandy Newton right now. I don't know. I didn't mess it up too badly. It's a great pose, Michael. Hey, thanks, Alan. Alan says he's repairing a sign that got run over by a truck, a packaging project for a local meat manufacturer, and a signage system for a new condo. All at once, huh? You're a busy guy, Alan. It's good though. I'm glad you're getting work in this particular time. You know, I'm always glad when my friends are staying above water, especially in such crappy times as now. Kind of a comic booky hand, but that's my background, a comic booky. Small kind work, not enough to keep busy. Hey, John's here. John, you want to jump in and draw Star Wars? I'm kind of on my last piece, but you're welcome to jump in if you want. this link real quick. No, John's finishing up deadlines too. I'm the only one jerking around today then, huh? Everybody else is actually doing work. Yarn is harder. Okay, Diane, I got to catch back up. Say, Diane, I'm making lays right now while watching. All right. Yarn is hard to handle when it's hot, though. Hands get all clammy. Why is your yarn hot? I don't think that's what she meant. John, where are the damn Gordon Ryder 15th anniversary specs? John says some people went back to work today, like 2 days a week kind of thing. Could be. That's in the back of her hair. Let's see. It comes around the ear. And then she's got the bun on the bottom, too. Huh? Okay. Gives me enough to work with. You see me turning the page a lot. It's because it's easier to follow the bend of my wrist. Got to finish the cover for Gordon Ryder. This is phase 1 of the phase 4 plan, I guess. That's John. Let's see. Slowly open for a few more things up. Yeah. Good thing for my Facebook friends is that I'll stop posting black videos once I get back to work. What do you mean black videos, Diane? I think I'm confused. right, lightsaber. Let's see. John's asking how many sketches did I do. I'll catch back up here. There's BB-8 that was suggested by Byron. Darth Maul was suggested by Sonny. Saz Ventress just for me because I like the way she looks. Ahsoka Tano was. Wait, did I get this mixed up? I think the Ahsoka was Brett, and Larry Matty was IG-11. And then Diane said Leia, general type. So that's where I'm at now, and this will be the last sketch, I think. Wrap up. And still surprised people even bother watching these things. Yeah, Alan, I'm glad you and John could join me for the interview with Phil. And I just let you know, he did message me after the fact and said he appreciated having both of you in there. So I'm glad you all were able to join in. It's one of those areas where you're cheating. See, I'm not really drawing in the top of the ribbed area, but just having that negative space where the black stops creates the top highlight. But then by not drawing in the top, you get kind of the metal highlight. Everybody knows Todd Kurosawa except me. I don't really know Todd. Dave Thorne Celebration Life was the first time I met him. I don't know all that many people. I mean, I know people from Comic Jam and through John, and that's about it. Like, I'm pretty sure I know Alan through John, or maybe Byron. All right, we're ready for some ink, some color. I mean, just to help pop things out a bit. Yeah, I know, John. I was a bit frantic, and I was figured, Gwen might not want you to come in either. I get it, but I'm glad you changed your mind and came in. Like I said, I think Phil enjoyed having both you guys there. On screen enough? Okay, yeah, just double checking. So I think I can use the same thing. darker gray for the collar area. It's way darker than I thought it would be, but we'll go in and add some highlights to bring it back out. And some soft pinks or flesh. That's what we got here. I don't know. People seem to enjoy like Byron said, he laughed really hard during the interview. VR000 rose quartz. That sounds good. All right. This is Copic paper, so it soaks up pretty quickly. It doesn't seem like there's much pigment in this at all. Actually, kind of works though. For the general Leia. More subdued. I can go back in with the brighter pink to pop out some stuff. Oops. Hit the pencil. Heavy pencil lines. And erase out some of the pencils so I don't mess up my pen too badly. Should be enough just to keep it from locking up the ink. The ink is not good for the, or pencil is not good for the nibs. So you see me like just trying to brush the graphite off onto my fingers if I do it. Interesting when it's very subtle. I don't even know if you can see it on camera, but it does. When it dries, you can see more of the pinkish hue. I had a friend in San Diego that worked as a distributor for craft supplies for like Michaels and stuff like that. And she went out and she stopped. She retired last year, and she just sent me a box full of Copics. so that's my home supply now. I've just got all kinds of Copics that she sent me. Nice to have friends. Okay. Gwen was surprised Phil knew Wally Amos. I don't know why she'd be surprised about that. They run in similar circles when it comes to literacy, and Wally is really big on literacy. I mean, I've met Wally at the Hawaii Book and Music Festival. That's where I've met Wally. I've helped set up his booth and stuff for him, and he does the reading for kids. Hopefully that'll dry a little lighter. grab a lighter green just to put some bounce light on her face. It's darker than I thought it was going to be. Oh well, kind of there now. See if I can soften that up a bit. YR000. That helps knock it back a little bit by blending it in with some of the peach color. Got a little overpowering. And like with the other ones, this is going to dry a little lighter than it goes on because it like soaks into the paper and it dries. It is kind of heavy. I'm going to go in with some highlights and knock back the color on her nose a bit. And find a light, almost a warm gray for the hair. What was that? W5, that's too dark. I don't want to go too heavy with the warm gray because I want to leave some of the white showing through for streaks. Okay. Need a light green. I'll cast some light from the saber onto itself, kind of. She's got brown eyes. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see. Some brown. stick. Pull that up and get a stronger side light there. Darker red. Some light in her eyes. Kind of carried away with the green in her nose, so I'm trying to cover up some of that. Okay, now we can go back and add in a stronger highlight. All right, I think I'm done. Diane, does that look like General Leia Organa? And try and make it a little flatter so it's not so distorted. All right. And that concludes my Star Wars sketch stream. A quick recap. General Organa, IG-11, Asajj Ventress, Maul, BB-8 in Hawaii, Ahsoka Tano, and back to Leia. All right, well, I think I've streamed enough. Thank you all for watching. You know, hopefully stream again next time. I have Star Wars playing in the background for me, John, but I didn't want to like overstep the audio. So, I mean, I have, here, I can copy the link in. So I found a station that streams Star Wars music. Yeah. I didn't know that comment was on screen. How come nobody said anything? All right. And I'm going to be out in 3, 2, 1.